Hello everyone. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Khushi Mandal and I am your host for today's first episode of Policy News Brief under the Policy Roundup initiative of Sound Livelihood. And I am pursuing 5 years integrated law from Mumbai. So today, we'll be including a week's bulletin into our life. So let's get started. Let me share my screen first. So what all sectors will be including today? Those are health sector, infrastructure sector, education, appointments, judgments, and sports. So in the health sector, the first bulletin we have is Corbevax being granted permission for the children of age group 12 and above. So what is Corbevax? Corbevax is a vaccination which has been granted permission by the DCGI of India, the Drugs Controller General of India. The second bulletin is Serum Institute of India has lowered each dose of Covovax jab from rupees 900 to rupees 225 excluding tax. Serum Institute of India, which is the most important source of COVID-19 vaccinations in India, it has lowered the price of each jab of Covovax from rupees 900 to rupees 225 excluding tax. Next we move on to the infrastructure sector. So the Union Cabinet approves 540 megawatt core hydroelectric project in Kishtwar district of Jammu and Kashmir. The second bulletin we move on to is Cabinet approves upgradation of 2G mobiles to 4G at security sites in left-wing extremism affected areas. So the areas such as the Jammu and Kashmir and the northeastern areas parts of India where the people were only using 2G mobiles. Now, the cabinet has said to upgrade the 2G mobiles to 4G mobiles in those areas. Next, we move on to the education. All India Radio News has launched a new weekly interactive program, Abhyas, for competitive examination. It is broadcasted in Hindi on every Saturday from 9:30 to 10 p.m. So, this initiative of All India Radio News is for the people who are preparing for the competitive examinations such as the UPSC, GMAT, CAT, etc. So, this Abhyas program will be broadcasted in Hindi on every Saturday from 9:30 to 10 p.m. Next, we move on to the appointments. So, Vijay Sampla is appointed as the chairperson to NCSC for second time. So what is NCSC? National Commission for Scheduled Caste, which was established with a view to provide safeguards against the exploitation of the scheduled caste and the Anglo-Indian communities to promote and protect their social, educational, economic and cultural interests. Second, we move on to is Suman Berry takes charge as Niti Aayog Vice Chairman on 1st of May. Then, CIA appoints Indian origin Nand Moolchandani as first ever Chief Technology Officer. Now we move on to the judgments. The Supreme Court to hear the sedition law case in detail on Monday and decide whether to refer it to a larger bench or not. So now what is sedition? Sedition means bringing or attempting to bring in hatred to excite dissatisfaction towards the government established according to the law. Now comes no one can be forced to get vaccinated. Supreme Court on petition filed against breach of Article 21. So what is Article 21? Article 21 of the Constitution of India, which comes under the fundamental rights, it says right to life. So no one can be forced to get vaccinated, is said by the Supreme Court. Next is Delhi High Court seeks centre's stand on PIL to declare bigamy and polygamy by Muslim husbands unconstitutional. So the Delhi High Court is asking for centre's stand on the PIL, which is public interest litigation, to declare bigamy. Bigamy, which means Bigamy is the offense of marrying someone while already married, and polygamy, which is the practice of marrying multiple spouses by Muslim husband, as unconstitutional. Next, we move on to the sports. First is India's two-time Olympic medalist and former world champion PV Sindhu has cruised into the semi-final round of women's singles in Asia Badminton Championship in Manila. Next is UEFA bans Russian football club from participating in 2022-23 season following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So, Union of European Football Association has banned Russian football team from participation because of Russia's invasion into Ukraine. Next, we move on to the schemes. Now we have PM Swanidhi scheme to continue till December 2024. So PM Swanidhi scheme, that is Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana, is a government scheme through which all small and marginal farmers will get up to rupees 6,000 per year as minimal income support. So it will continue till December 2024. Now we have government launched ONDC Open Network for Digital Commerce on 29th of April in 5 cities. ONDC will have multiple platforms on which sellers can ferry their wares. Next, we have over 4 crore women have undergone breast screening for cancer detection under Ayushman Bharat Yojana. So, Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana or the Ayushman Bharat Yojana aims to help the economically weaker section of the society with health insurance. So, these women, 4 crore women under this Ayushman Bharat Yojana, have undergone through breast screening for cancer detection. Next, we have the awards. So, the Atal Tunnel received the IBC Best Infrastructure Award on 28th of April. Atal Tunnel is a highway tunnel built under the Rohtang Pass in the eastern Pir Panjal range of the Himalayas on the Leh Manali Highway in Himachal Pradesh. It is the longest highway single tube tunnel of about 9.2 kilometers. And now we move on to the international news that says exports of Indian chemicals have registered growth of 106% in 2021-2022, hitting a record at $296 million. Quad Summit 2022 will be held in Tokyo, Japan on 24th of May 2022. So, Quad Summit, that is the Quadrilateral Security Summit, is a strategical security dialogue between the US, Japan, Australia, and India. Now we move on to Germany has invited India as a special guest to the G7 summit, which is to be held next month. G7 is the group of largest advanced economies. So Germany is one of them, and it has invited India as a special guest into the summit. So I'd like to thank each one of you for being in with me. This initiative of Sound Livelihood is really helpful and knowledgeable. I hope you guys liked it. So stay tuned for our next episode in the upcoming week on Monday, that is 16th of May at 7 p.m. Thank you, everyone.